Oh, you've redecorated. I like it. Hello, it is Sunday, so that means it is Doctor Who Day for my channel and most of the channels. Now, I've been a little bit of a cheat today actually, because I'm combining both why I actually made this channel, both The Sims and Doctor Who, to create the TARDIS. And yes, it is bigger on the inside, and I'll show you exactly how I did it in just a moment. I've made it a bit different just because the video I did last week was a little bit heavy. I got into it a little bit, and I wanted to do something that was a bit fun, a bit light before I do my next video, which is going to be on the Lonely Assassins. Yes, I've decided to buy it, so I'll be doing a full review of that next week. But for now, let's have a look at the TARDIS and let's see what I've done with it. So it does start off pretty simple with your basic box design. If you have a look at it, you'll notice that I've put a little bit of a platform on it as well. That's just because, well, you'll see what it is in a minute, but basically things, when you scale them up, get too big and you see them and they look a little bit ridiculous when they're popping out of the roof. So I made a little bit of a platform just to compensate for that. Obviously had to put TARDIS blue on there. I've edited it heavily, but I actually did so many different types of blue just to get it that perfect blue, but you'll see I've cut it and it's there. Moving on to the windows, that was actually a lot more difficult than I thought it would be, just because I couldn't find ones that fit exactly what I wanted. As you can see, I found them in the end, but it was a bit of a trip doing that. You can see that I've also had to cheat in this as well. I have no idea what that thing is. It's just seemed like the best idea at the time until I found this light that I'm popping up in just a minute. There it is. Also with the flooring, I mean, that was really easy, but I just made it really clinical. You will also see it's not like anything like David Smith's Matt Smith's TARDIS or David Tennant's TARDIS. This is purely one from the original. Oh, I did find the round things, by the way.
Look, the round things. I love the round things. What are the round things? No idea.
So I really enjoyed that I could get that, because I've never used that wallpaper before in my life. I think it's so ugly, but it's perfect for this. That is actually the banquet table that you can get. I'm not quite sure. I think it's Party Stuff Pack that you get it from. And I really loved it until I noticed that you actually couldn't put anything on it, until I found that television. I did play around with it a lot because I wanted to see if it would be counters that would work for it. Oh, you see the little TV that's in there as well. See if there was counters that could work for it, to see if I could put anything else on there. Okay, right, so it's not technically bigger on the inside from the top floor, but I thought the basement idea was good just to give it that feel, and just so it's got those levels in there as well. I thought that would work out really nicely. Now, it is fully functioning. You can completely move around in this. There's nothing that will stop you, you know, going downstairs or walking around or watching that television that is actually in there. So that's fine. It's fully functional, as I say. Then just putting some railings on there. It's really simple, this top first build. In fact, the whole build itself is quite simple. It wasn't difficult. It didn't take me very long at all, as you'll be able to see from the length of this video. But everything is going to have the TARDIS blue theme in there. Everything is going to be Doctor Who-ish in some sort of way, just down to even the industrial rails. Finding the doors, that was a massive choice. You can see that I found them, but I played around with this a lot. I'm not sure if I've even cut this, but it took me ages to try and find a way to make the doors look like they were one door, if that makes any sense. So loads of columns were being used in this one. In the end, I don't think I find a way. I think it's just one of those where I had to deal with it, and it was what it was. So I'm sorry, it's not perfect, but this is probably the best that I could get it. I tried to use double doors, but none of them were blue. If they were light blue. It just looked rubbish, and I thought this was, sorry, I thought this was the best way to do it. You can also see, I don't know why I've tried to do it, but I used that to see if there could be a way to make it look that square rectangular shape with the doors. Don't think it works in the end. I just hate that white outline. I wish we could still had creator style so that I could edit that and make it look blue just like the doors on the inside anyway. Now just looking for some sides. I'm really happy with how this turned out, just because everything from Dine Out worked perfectly. Obviously you've got that looks a little bit like the St John's ambulance, and then the sign on the door that's just what basically says it's a police box. Getting the signs, it looks like it took no time at all on this one, purely just because I've edited it and sped it up a million times. That took me ages to find. I could not find that black sign. I knew it existed, but I couldn't find it for the life of me. Then just putting those on just to make it look a little bit, even if it is in Simlish, it looks a little bit more real. Then of course, like I said, the platform was to try and stop that from sticking out, but it didn't work. But it's all right because I found the light, and it actually looks really, really similar when I get to it. No, it's not the sim light. I tried to be a bit clever. There it is anyway. I tried to be a bit clever with the sim light and make it look like it belonged in a Sims world, I suppose. I don't really know. Like I said, getting these doors to fit was a bit of an issue. I'm still trying to make the doors look rectangular. It doesn't work. It never worked. I tried awnings, I tried shelves, I tried lights, I tried signs, I tried pictures, I tried everything to make this look like an actual double door. It doesn't work, like I say. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. But anyway, going on to the door. I'm still going for it. I didn't realise actually how long I spent on this one. I didn't think it was that long of a build, but seeing as I've sped this up, it doesn't look... I can't believe I thought this was a good idea. Even that. I think I even tried the door from Get Famous on there, but of course it had a red rope on there, so that was never going to work. Yeah, look, even... Oh, that actually looks okay. Why did I get rid of that? That looked really good. If I do say so myself. Yeah, it's not happening, is it yet? That's fine. Just leave it as 2 doors. Oh, no. Going back, never mind. Then, because I added 2 columns on there, I'm all for symmetry, so I had to make sure that there was columns everywhere, and that there was nothing that looked a little bit out of place. The doors do still bother me. Oh, look at that, I even tried to do it with curtains. I feel like a right muppet. Okay. Oh yeah, it was never going to look right black, was it? It had to be TARDIS blue. So yeah, everything's blue. Everything. Then when I go in, look, you can see I'm just trying to make it look functional and that Sims can actually get around there in a roundabout way. But moving on to the actual living area, if you like. So this will be there's a bathroom, a little study area, 1 bedroom, and then a small kitchen diner. I think it actually turns out to be open planned on this because the stairs were really difficult to manoeuvre around because I had to be in such a certain way. I didn't want to move everything around like I always do. I just wanted to make it really, really simple. But this is how it turned out, and I don't hate it. I think it's half decent. Totally livable, as I say. I've made this, I think, just under 20 simoleons. I don't know, we'll see it at the end anyway, because I wanted to make sure that simoleons were there so I could see exactly what I'd spent on it. I didn't forget the bin as well, which is a really unusual thing for me. I always forget a bin. So that's a nice little win. What do I do with this one? I think it is just so it is the chair or sofa, 2 little stools just for your dining area. It's not exactly one way you're going to entertain your guests, all the time with that one. I'm actually really surprised with how cheap this build is. I will put this onto the gallery if anyone is interested, but if you just have a look at how I've built it, you'll see it is super, super easy to build. It took me no time whatsoever. Look at how blue everything is. Wow, it's so blue. Is it a bit too blue? I don't know. Depends on how much you like blue. But I wanted to make it a bit of a geeky space as well, so you'll see that I put sort of posters about science and geeky stuff. There you go. And little symbols on there, just to make it look a little bit more decorated, just because it will look a little bit too plain if I put nothing there. Wow, that was a bit of a large smoke detector. I think with this one as well, I don't know if I've cut this, but the study area, I've just remembered, doesn't stay as a study area. There you go, see, because I was going to create a really small ensuite and then a study area as well, but it just didn't work out. And to be honest, the size of the rooms, you can fit a small desk and a computer in there if you really, really want to. So this does all change completely. Didn't take me that long to change it all, but it made it nice and big, and you get a bath as well, not just a shower, so it worked out okay. Then this is how quick it was. I'm just putting finishing touches on it now, just to try and make it look as nice and neat as possible. Do I change that? Does that stay red? Maybe it isn't all TARDIS blue, for which I apologise. I made this about a week and a half ago. I put a little, I can't even call it a teaser, but I just wanted to pop it on Twitter just So it was there really, which is a really, really shortened version, just to let people know that I've built it and it is bigger on the inside. And I don't know if it is a cheat. No, it is big on the inside. We'll keep it as that. Yeah, it must stay red then in that case. I think I was just trying to find the perfect shade of red, but with The Sims, every red colour in wallpaper is exactly the same. So there was no point in trying to change it. You can see me struggling massively with trying to decide what to put on the walls. I can't remember what I go with in the end. We'll see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, just plain old white. I suppose that makes sense. Unless I change it all over again. Yeah, there we go, changing it again. Another thing with these beds as well, oh, wish you could change the duvets. I really, really do. I can't stand the duvets in any of them. But it all works. It is all completely, as I say, functional. And here are some screenshots for you, just from the inside, just so you can get a bit of a scope of what it does actually look like. There's the shot. Please ignore my sim in the bottom of the screenshot. I couldn't find a way to get it in first person mode because it was so small. I couldn't find a way to get it so that you couldn't see my sim in all the shots. I don't know if you noticed, but I do use the same sim in all of them just because it's easier and it's not my actual save game. But there we go. There's the bathroom that I've now converted into a bigger one. Like I say, that was in place of the study, but I think that looks nice. It's just that black area that I'm a bit irritated with. Just another shot of the interior, and then we move to the exterior. And like I say, that was a super, super short build, but I hope you enjoyed it. Any thoughts, please let me know in the comments. That would be great. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. I'm on Twitter. I'll pop that down in the description below. And until next time, I'll see you soon.